you can hold these.
Hey everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern. We are here behind me. That's James Pecis. There he is. He is a big superstar. He's the global ambassador for Oribe. He's a big superstar. I see him backstage behind the scenes at Fashion Week, and he does magazines, and he's just amazing. So we're doing a workshop here at the headquarters, the Oribe headquarters in New York City, and James did something where everybody, James, I don't even know if you know this, everybody was like, oh, I can't believe he's doing that. It is so cool. We're gonna flip this around. He did this amazing faux bob. It's kind of prepped for you, so we only have him for a couple of minutes because everybody's waiting for him at the workshop. So I'm going to flip this around. And James Pecis. Hey,
thanks.
Keep the applause down.
Okay, so I will keep this quick for you. Thank you for doing this. You guys are awesome. So supportive with everything. So we have the hair's been prepped, backcombed underneath, and then we just we put it into a braid. I'm just going to take this braid here and we're going to roll it up underneath.
And you said there was something interesting about the fanning of this. Once you have it tucked under, that to keep it the right, you roll it rather than spread it out so that it's more uniform.
Yeah, we want to try to make sure that the weight of that braid or the leftover hair is it's evenly placed underneath. And there's a couple ways you can do that. You can actually reach underneath and open up the back combing and hide it in there. In this case, I just actually fold it sideways and I roll it up, and so it's even on both sides. And then that was just, we put 2 bobby pins in there. The prep work is what makes this easy, a combination of the Maximista spray and then the back combing.
You know what, do you have it here, that special comb that you use?
My big comb?
Yeah, tell us about this comb.
Funny enough, this big comb was just like, I was watching these really vintage, funny films of these French hairdressers, and that was the only tool they used.
And for everything, you're saying?
For everything, and they would set the hair and they would brush it out, and the way that they moved, it was almost like they had like magic wands.
I love that when you said that.
And it was so inspiring to see them, and so of course I had to copy that.
And so whose comb is this?
This one,
yours now,
well, it's mine. I mean, this is a brand called Hercules.
Okay, a big wide, big long tooth comb.
They're just nice because when you're working with back combing or like combing things through, because the depth of the teeth is there's so much of it, you can take some like really meaty sections in back combing. So
all right, cool.
That's
all right,
cool.
So we're prepped here, and now do with the band, the really cool.
Oh, the elastic. Okay, so fun way to play with hair and make shapes is, of course, she had hair down to here. We backcombed it, braided it, hit it up underneath. We're going to take some elastic cord here, and I'm actually going to take it and press it against the back of the head, slide it down, and as I'm sliding it, I'm wrapping this around like this. And we're going to hold this, or we're going to hand it to our model here. Pull that. We're going to pull this down a little bit more.
How do you determine where you're going to stop, or is it pretty much stops where because of the
bulk underneath?
The roll, yeah.
I like to take it below the ear here so that when we're looking at it from the front, it actually has like kind of a cool vintage look where it's small and then you have like a little bit of a bubble around the sides. So using the elastic is just a nice way to help shape the hair. And then I know we have a little bit of time, so it's going to jump right into
this. Now this is it, you guys. This is when he did that. Everybody's like, ooh, look at this.
So we're going a little bit heavy with the product here. Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah. Now this is the Superfine Strong. This is the Oribe Strongest Hairspray.
You are totally soaking it.
I'm soaking it. The idea is you soak it all the way through the back combing here. Okay. Now this, I'm pressing this in so we don't get, so that it pushes it in through the hair. Okay.
And did you spray it right on the elastic as well?
Sprayed it across this band right here. In fact, you can actually take this and be kind of heavy with it. That's where you want to have a lot of the strength. Now I'm going to take the blow dryer, we're going to put it on cold. And we have to be patient because if you take it off too early and it's still wet, it's not going to work. So it just doesn't have like the strength to hold that shape. We used a technique like this for a show last season in London, and it was amazing. It was a lot of product, but at the same time, you have to have patience. So it's like you don't want to remove it too soon.
What is it you call the guilt spray?
The guilt spray. Just because like a lot of the girls I'm working with, I know them, and during the shows I might see them a couple times in one day. Usually when there's like stronger products or like a stronger spray, I mean the Superfine Strong is probably one of my favorite hairsprays because it gets the job done.
Is it here?
That was the one I was using.
I'm going to
Yeah.
show it over here.
Yeah.
The Superfine spray. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, I use it for different things, but it's a very strong spray. But when you use it as much as I just did, I feel it's like a little bit guilty. So,
All right.
so now I'm gonna take the elastic back, and when it's dried in, you're just gonna like take this off, and then you have like the shape that's built in.
Oh, it's so cool.
So
It's so cool. So just slowly move your head. And I know this poor model, we just kind of grabbed her. She wasn't prepared for doing all this. And I promised I'd just show the back of her head.
oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But look at that. That is just such a cool shape. And you did, the back combing is, you prepped it. That's what makes the big difference.
yeah, it's all in the prep and the back combing, and you know we're in the middle of a class, so this is a very quick version to show you.
Yeah, we're in one of the conference rooms, everybody. We're just, I grabbed poor James here and our poor model.
You guys have always been so awesome and covering all the different shows.
No, we're thrilled.
But it's a fun way of thinking about how to use products and how to shape hair. And we're kind of seeing a little bit of a change right now. People are they're ready for a little bit stronger looks. So
yeah, that's great. So one last look at this. And one last look at you. And thanks so much, James. Everybody, wait, you back there, so get back. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, bye.